Hello everyone and welcome to Smells Like Teen Angst. I'm Sarah and today we are going to talk about Kiss of the Spiderwoman. Before we get started, make sure you are subscribed to our channel. Comment, let us know what you think about Kiss of the Spiderwoman. Have you been a fan since the book, since the old movie, since the musical? Let me know. And now let's talk about Kiss of the Spiderwoman. When you think of a musical, a lot of times people think of technicolor, fantasy, lighthearted, fun, and don't necessarily think about the musicals that really do tackle stronger subject matter. Even Carousel, way back then, does that. Next to Normal, Rent, Kiss of the Spiderwoman. These are musicals that These are just a few examples of musicals that actually tackle tough subject matter through song, through theater, through storytelling in a way that people don't expect. The story follows two Argentinian prisoners of war who couldn't be more different. One is played by Diego Luna, who plays a very gruff political activist who is there because of some knowledge he has that could possibly take down the tyrannical regime that is running the country. The other is Malena, played by newcomer Tonatiuh, and also starring Jennifer Lopez. This musical is supposed to be a friendship turned love story told with a magical golden Hollywood lens. There's juxtaposition of the prison meets the 1940s like glamorous musical Hollywood, and it is a multi-Tony Award winning show. I'm gonna start off with the things that I really did love about this. I love that we had a Technicolor musical. We have been going way too long with musicals being muted, and I am pointing at Wicked for this one as well. As much as I love the films, I think that they look toned down in a way that they shouldn't. And there's been a lot of musicals and I'm like, hello, we're in a hyper reality, give me color. And that is exactly what Kiss of the Spiderwoman does. Jennifer Lopez is as charming as ever. And oh my God, is she stunning. Every time she smiles at the camera, I'm just like, yes. And that's why you're a star. And the dance numbers and the songs, and she sounds great. And the two prisoner actors, phenomenal. They're so good. The actor playing Malena, like give him all of the awards. He's my favorite thing about this entire film. I felt every moment, every minute movement. And he plays two different characters, from Malena in prison to the fantasy version, and they do not cross over. And I think that's difficult to do when you have a very short time to build two characters, let alone film two characters. And I think he does such a spectacular job. I could not keep my eyes off him. That is not to say that Diego Luna is a bum. Diego Luna does a phenomenal job as his character as well. All of that said, I had a hard time with this film. I found myself about an hour in just checking my watch. It felt very sloggy and I just could not figure out why. Like it felt like two different stories, which it should, and that's so silly to say. But with the choice to cut the music from the prison to add to the juxtaposition of the two worlds, I think was a huge mistake. And I think if you need actors that can't sing, that's okay. Why not My Fair Lady it, right? You could just get singers to sing for them. Not a big deal. But I think losing that loses the love story. I thought maybe that's a big moment that they changed. However, once it happens, and I need to preface this that I don't really know that much about Kiss of the Spiderwoman. I've heard the music, I've never seen it. I knew some of the story, but not really. So I feel like I mostly came in blind to the story and being excited for it to be told. That said, when it came to the love story, I was like, oh, it's about to get gay. I knew, but I didn't know. Because the way the story was being told, the acting was great, the friendship was building. But a love story? I did not see that at all. Until the moment when things happen. And even then, it didn't feel like a love story. It felt like manipulation. That if Diego Luna's character could use him because he knew he was going to be getting out, possibly pass along this information, then his movement would happen. And it wasn't for love. It was for loneliness and friendship and a motive and a purpose. So for me, that was a big chunk that was missing. I understand cutting out the girlfriend characters really and the mother, and like that's fine for the movie. And like giving the mother's song to two prisoners in the yard, totally fine. But I think we needed it. Or maybe some of the lines from the songs would go in. I don't know. Overall, I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. And it fell kind of flat for me. And I'm really sad about that. I wanted this to be good. It's by the guy who did Chicago and Dreamgirls and Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2. Like, this should be magical and big. And you could feel the work. You could feel the passion, but you could also feel the work. This is very much an indie project that didn't have a lot of time. And they filmed some of these sequences and dance moves in one take. And when you can see someone as magical and fantastic of a performer as Jennifer Lopez working, you know it needed a few more days, another week, a little more time. So it feels unfinished and unpolished in not a way that felt like a choice. So I don't like poo-pooing a musical because I love a musical. And like, maybe it shouldn't have even been a musical at all. It felt like it was a musical that didn't want to be one. And this is a musical. Those are my biggest complaints. The acting's great. It looks phenomenal. The costumes are amazing. But where is the full storytelling? I don't know, you let me know. No! Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm Sarah. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Comment, let me know what you think of Kiss of the Spider-Woman. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.